no.
Oi, oi, everyone. How are we doing? Some good news. But done dry January. Lost a cheeky little stone. The bad news, I've got to spend most of the day going to watch Arsenal Man City. What can you do about it? You know, going to be spending probably about 4+ hours traveling and then 2 hours in the stadium being absolutely bored out my fucking brain. What can we do? But thank you very much, people, for joining. How are we all doing? Hope you're all good, man. First off, I just want to start off with a bit of transfer news because it's just embarrassing, isn't it? We have just had, form-wise in the Premier League, exactly the same sort of transfer window, haven't we? Absolute abomination. And just when you thought Cunha using Arsenal's PR system was an absolute joke, Ollie Watkins, I mean, that just absolutely took the biscuit, didn't it? I mean, what was that all about? Do they genuinely think that we was going to buy this transfer? I mean, come on, people. Like, does Mikel Arteta, does the Cronkies and whoever's in control of this absolute farcical sham of a transfer window, did they actually genuinely think that we were going to buy this geezer? I mean, come on. It was just never going to happen, was it? When you've seen the likes of, look at Cunha, yeah? That was all over the papers, wasn't it? The old PR system saying, oh, yeah, Cunha, all that was used for was just for him to sign a new shiny 4.5-year deal at Wolves, wasn't it? He's happy. Wolves are happy. Arsenal with egg on their face again, and almost exactly the same as this, almost, but the other way round, isn't it? Did anyone really think that we was going to sign this geezer? Look, is he an improvement on what we've got? Yeah, he is. But that's because what we've got is Kai Havertz. Do you know what I mean? Like, pretty much every single Premier League striker is an improvement on Kai Havertz. This ain't the answer. You know, there was Mikel Arteta saying in his press conference, and he was saying, you know, there's 3 stages that you have for a transfer: as the club, the fee, and the player. Well, there's players out there like Gyökeres with release clauses. There you go. That's the club completely and utterly out the way. Do you want him? Yes. That's him completely out the way. You've paid the money because it's a release clause. Just convince the player, do you want to stay in Sporting Lisbon or do you want to come to Arsenal? It's not hard, is it? And if you're willing to put a joke £60 million bid in on this geezer, why don't you just put another 15-odd million on the Gyökeres deal? 15-20 million. You know, there was rumours about, you know, this second bid coming in, which was always going to be a load of bollocks, and it was always going to fall just sort of short of Aston Villa's valuation. So they said no anyway. Oh, but we tried. We did try, though. We did try, Arsenal fans. Come on, man. Like, I'm too old for that nonsense. You know, you might be able to get a little wet behind the ears, 15, 18, 21-year-old, going, oh, yeah, we were signing there. But I'm 35. I'm not an old man, but I'm also not a naive, stupid little kid either. Come on, man. PR at its absolute finest, isn't it? We were never really going to be after this geezer. And to be fair, I'm sort of half glad we didn't get him in. Let's sort of get it right, you know. He'll be a good striker, he would have been, for 2 years. But then we're just stuck again, aren't we? With an aging striker whose game is a lot based on pace. As soon as that starts going in 2 years' time, you just see the natural regression, don't you? He's got then no resale value. I'm surprised we haven't wasted our money on him, if I'm being honest. But we was never in for him. Come on. Does anyone in this chat that watches it back generally think, do you know what I mean, that we was actually going in for him? Come on, man. Absolutely not. But this just summer window has just been an absolute shambles in it anyway. You know, we were linked with that Naipan geezer, and he's chose to stay at Rosenborg instead of come to Arsenal. That says pretty much everything. Then you got this Matthias Tell. Everyone's now saying he's the next wonder kid. That's the word on the top Gooners' lips. You know, oh, he's fantastic. He's come off of Bayern's bench. For a start, he can't get into Bayern's team. So what's the point in him coming to us? Yes, they've got good wingers, but he's not getting into their team. Why do I want him? We're supposed to be competing with them, not taking their scraps. And guess what? 13 appearances this season, no goals and 1 assist. What are we doing? Like, come on, man. It's mad, isn't it? When you start looking at stats and putting things together, you sit there just thinking, what's going on here? What's going on here? And yeah, just when you think the transfer window don't even get any more pathetic, look, we lose another youngster to Man United. Like, what's actually going on there? You know, I do sort of get, that, you know, you've got Bill Saliba and Gabriel at the minute in front of you, but we've not got no other centre back. So I don't really understand why the kid's obviously gone there. There's something going on with Arsenal and, and these youths coming through, because the career path at Arsenal, he could probably, if he was good enough, there is a chance at right centre-back for someone. Give yours absolute crap. Tommy Asu, I mean, well, what's going on with him? I don't even know. Has he even made an appearance in the last 18 months? So, as a centre-back, there absolutely is opportunity to come in to this team. So I don't know. Maybe it must just be a money thing. I don't know. But all the kids come out and say, "Oh, it's a clear pathway." I don't see how it's any better at Man United. They're quite stacked at the back. I'm not saying they've got fantastic defenders, but they are quite stacked there. But yes, man. I mean, and then you think of other sales. Let's just quickly nip into that. Why is Zinchenko still here? Like, what is he actually still doing here? We're just as bad at buying as we are selling. What is he still doing here? I mean, do you know what? That absolutely screams. That's probably going to be done tomorrow, the last day of the window. I think it shuts at 11 p.m. That absolutely screams of a little pathetic loan with only a little option to buy. And I bet you was something crap like 8 million or something ridiculous like that. I mean, you can all sort of half see it. And what can you do? There's a couple of good points in the chat that I did want to come to. I'll pick up for people. What on earth happened there? Jesus Christ. What on earth happened there? I think my internet must have went down. Sorry about that. In Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, Virgin are absolutely shocking. They give it all to Barry McGuigan about it being 1 gig and all that, and it just cuts out. I'm surprised it hasn't done it already, because my internet page always does it. It's a new laptop, so it can't be this. But it just keeps going, error fucking reload or something like that, and just cuts everything off. So apologies about that. To be fair, I'm so crap at laptops. I'm quite surprised I've got something in first, but we'll continue. There's a couple of points that I wanted to sort of make in the chat, and I'll start with Ace's one first, as he quite rightly puts here, man. And it's absolute shocking. Look at us here, Arsenal, man. Fucking 14 lines of merch. It's absolute unbelievable. What's going on here, man? What's going on here? Let's have a little look at this absolute crap. So I've got it lined up, man. What are we doing here? That's number 14, yeah? It's ridiculous. We've only got 13 wins in the Premier League. Let's get it up. Let's have a wee little goosey at this crap. I haven't looked at it yet. Like, you mentioned it, Aces, and I was like, oh, yeah, I did have it up, yeah? So let's have a little look. Let's make sure you got the right screen this time, because I had an absolute horror show last time. Right, here we go. Let's have a little look in. Come on, let's shop for this crap. We certainly shan't be buying any of it. Let's have a little look, see how much it is. Let me get that screen off there, Aces. Let's have a little go. 13 wins in the league, people. 14 lines of merch. Where do you think the money's going? Where do you think their priorities lie? Let's have a little look here. Fuck. Look at the state of it. Do you know, like, do you know what's that ain't horrendous. That's absolute shit. But I meant the money. Look at the sofa. And this is every week now. I think they've done 3 or 4 in the last week or two. But a oneer for a little zip up. 63 quid for that t-shirt. Come on, man. Like, it's absolute pull your pants down prices, isn't it? And you've got the chicks ones, obviously the same price. What else we got? 80 quid for that. It's not even nice. To be fair, that's half decent. I'm quite sort of basic in terms of designs. He says wearing a bruised banana. That's actually not half bad. But look at the price on it. But look at this shit. 70 quid. Oh, but if you're a member, you get it for 63. Buzzing. Let me look at that. It's just all crap. And then the tracksuit. So they get the tracksuit. If you wanted the whole lot and you're not a member, but you probably are because you're a top gooner, it's 185 quid. Or £166.50 if you are a member. 166 quid for the tracksuit bottoms and that. Come on, man. What are we doing? Oh, look at the state of this. Look at the fucking state of that. I don't know what's worse, the fucking bird in it or the fucking dress. What do you reckon, chat? What's worse? Mate, if my missus wore that, I'd fucking bin her off. I mean, to be fair, she looks significantly better without it. She does. I can vouch for that. 11 years. Still in great nick. 2 kids. Fantastic nick, really. Look at the fucking state of the chick in it. I mean, come on, man. That just says everything, doesn't it? Oh, you got the little fucking tennis shorts. Terrace shorts, 40 quid. So if you were like me, who wear shorts all the time, you can get yourself a t-shirt a tracksuit over it, or that costs you 153 quid. And then you can match up with the shorts and all. 153. So that's what, 189 quid. Semi-quick math. Well done, Aaron. It set you back nearly 200 bags for it. Jesus Christ, man. Look at the other shit on here. I'll stay on this page because I can't be asked. Look, you still got Year of the Snake. Look at the hats. Look, £31.50. What a load of shit. See, this it's not even half bad. Like that, it's not nice to look at. If they done 1 or 2 a year, you'd look at it and think, do you know what? It's quite smart. Like 72 quid, get off 72 quid. And then the shorts, do you know what I mean? A oneer, that's actually not too bad in comparison to that jacket. That's a oneer. And then the fucking tracky bottoms are 78 quid. Come on, man. Absolute pull your pants down, isn't it? What are we doing here with this? Cheers for reminding me, Aces, in the chat, man, because I was looking at it thinking, yeah, I thought there was another one when I had a little look at it. It's fucking bonkers, mate. But yeah, big up, Aces, man. How you doing, my man? AFC always. Big up, fella. A little name change, is it, bruv? For me, the midfield is where the game will be won or lost. Let's hope Raya starts. Yeah, this is what I wanted to bring in with the Man City stuff, man. So let's hope Raya does start instead of Neto. What was he doing? Like, did anyone else, yeah? Has anyone else ever seen that video? It's a female going around. She's a goalkeeper. And there's like obviously like one of the other chick attackers who are going forward. And she's sort of like nudging herself out to the right. And she's nudged herself out to the right to position herself so much she's fucking completely out of goal. And then someone just, like the woman striker, just taps it in. Has anyone seen that? Like, that's what Neto reminded me of in that Champions League. He was about 5 yards off his line and he's diving. What are we doing here, man? Like, that is madness that we're signing players like that. We sign a cup-tied fucking goalkeeper, and that's what he does on his first opinion. Sorry, I was reading that. That's what he does on his first game. It's madness, man. It gives me Runnison vibes as well. Yeah, just quickly, I finished the end of that. Yeah, 100%, mate. I think that Runnison didn't even do anything that bad against Girona. That was craziness, wasn't it, bro? Arsenal failing to win the league would have been slightly bearable if we were able to pick up some cups here and there. Problem is, Arteta absolutely stinks in cup competitions. Yeah, 0 cups, yeah, and 0 finals in the last 5 years. Listen, man, like the problem that we've got there is he's binned them for 4 years and thought, do you know what? We've actually got an half opportunity to go and get some here. And he threw it away in that Newcastle game. I just couldn't believe it. And it's not as if you can say, he threw it away in terms of, in terms of putting the squad out, because we only had the squad that we had, probably roughly around what I would have chose. Do you know what I mean? And then we just absolutely didn't turn up. Let Newcastle come in and take the absolute piss out of us. We've got mountain to climb. Let's just quickly stand with that Newcastle game while it's in my nut. We've got an absolute mountain to climb. We are not going to go to St. James's Park. What's it on the 5th, isn't it? So in 3 days' time. We're not going there on Wednesday and scoring 3 goals. We want to hope that we start the game, first 10 minutes, start it well enough, either manage to score, or at least in the first half, we get a penalty or they do something dodgy or we fucking score from a corner because that's the only way we can score. You know, we've probably got to go in at least half time 1-0 up, because I can't see us scoring 3 in that first in normal time. Do you know what I mean? We've got to at least go up 1-0 half time, because, I mean, let's face it, we've had 2 shots on target or 2 shots in the last 108 minutes of football there. So things have got to bloody go our way. And to be fair, I don't think they will. But what you were saying, Aces, my brother, AFC always, is we've been throwing shit away, haven't we? Just constantly throwing it away. Look at that FA Cup. I'm sorry. Like, we had plenty of chances. We could have battered Manchester United that game. And Havertz missed, 3 or 4? I mean, when we're talking sitters, we are talking absolute sitters. So the cups are thrown away again. Do you know what I mean? And we're 9 points now on level games with Liverpool, and we've got to play Man City later. You know, what are we doing here? We could, in theory, by the next week or so, because that when the game would be evens up. So I think it's 2 weeks, because Liverpool play Everton, their game in hand, on the 10th or the 12th, I think it is. Something like that. I think it's the 12th. We could well easily be 12 points behind by that stage. And, you know, these cups you think are imperative. And let's also not forget, it's the FA Cup that kept Arteta in the job. That's what's given him the credit in the bank. Because if we didn't win it that first year, so definitely after finishing 8th and then finishing 8th again that following summer with his first full season, that would have been, it'd have been Salah. And you're thinking now, would you have sacrificed that FA Cup to have him out 3 years ago? I know it sounds bad, but I think I might, you know. Hindsight, obviously, isn't it? It's 2020, but man, yeah, I think I would. I think I'd sack that FA Cup off just so he could have been sacked off 3 years ago. It's madness. Carlo Ancelotti was available and went to Everton the same time that Mikel Arteta come to Arsenal. I mean, that says everything, really, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? AFC always. What we saying here? I've made peace with it. We are not leaving this period of success with a single title. Yeah. I'm unfortunately, mate, I'm inclined to agree with you. As shit as that is, I'm inclined to agree with you. Other people can delude themselves all they want. We'll be talking the exact same failure next season too, mate. I use the same phrase, yeah, like Groundhog Day, innit? Ground season. Like we wake up again. Do you know what I mean? And it's exactly the same thing. It's going to be fast forwarded to August, and we're just going to be in exactly the same boat, aren't we? We all know it. You know, we've got money to spend, and we ain't spent it this window, yeah. And you're thinking, right, what do we need? We need just a striker, just that. And there's one sat there with a release clause. Will we sign him? What are we saving the money for? Will we get him? I very much doubt it. Gyökeres. Are we going to go for an Isak in the summer? We're going to spend 120, 150 mil on him. Big up, brother. How you doing, mate? Good to see you in the chat. 35, I know, yeah, granddad, absolute granddad. But do you know what I mean? Are we going to be actually generally getting these sort of players in the summer? Where's all the world-class players at? Where are they at? We've been in Champions League for 2 seasons now. We were promised as soon as we get in the Champions League, we're going to get that sweet Champions League money. And what do? We bought fucking Havertz, Calafiori, and Mikel Merino, Europa League players. It's madness. Do you remember that? Do you remember that phrase? Yeah, what was it? I think Josh Kroenke said it, didn't he? And he was like, "Oh, we're on Champions League wages, on Europa League like income or something like that." He said, didn't he? That's sort of what it is now. We've signed Europa League players for Champions League money. Someone just tell me wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, please. Sorry, my missus just sent me a quick little message. Yeah. Just out with the kids there. Sorry, I will continue in 2 seconds. Yeah, no, it's absolute madness, isn't it? When you think about it, like, what are we doing here with that? Like, what are we actually doing? Where are we going? Do we generally believe in this manager? This is the big thing. Do we generally believe Aces, bruv? AFC always, Robbo? Do we generally believe we're going to get to August and we're going to be like, oh yeah, this is the summer? Because I thought that 2 years ago. Remember when we challenged and we should have won the league 2 years ago? We ended up finishing 5 points behind, playing wonderful football. I thought to myself then, I was like, do you know what? A couple of additions in the summer, and we are good to go. And what did we do? We fucking signed absolute no one and shit again. You think, oh yeah, well, you know, next summer we get 2 points behind. This summer you think, here we go. This is the opportunity. And we could have just signed Gyökeres, just Gyökeres. And do you know what? You think if we'd have had him all season, it'd have been embedded in the team, real ingrained in the squad, how we play all the way up to this January period. We'd have probably, because we had that Timber chance against Newcastle. We also had another chance against Newcastle when we fucked both of them up. I think it was Martinelli at the post. You know, that might not have fell to Gyökeres or whatever, but we'd probably be going at a 2-1 or maybe even a 0. Or, you know, either way, we wouldn't have lost 2-0. We'd have beat Manchester United. We'd have probably got about another 4 or 6 points in January in the league. All of a sudden, you're sitting there thinking, all right, we're not going to win all 4, but you're still in all 4 competitions. Because we ain't signed no one, or because we spunked all our money on fucking Bojack Horseface at the left-hand side, Calafiori, and Mikel Submarino, because he's got the fucking turning circle of one. Do you know what I mean? That's what we've spent the Gyökeres money on. You're sitting there and thinking, there's your 80 million there. And then you add fucking Kai Havertz, the absolute donkey, in there. Do you know what I mean? And you're sitting there and you're thinking, where's all this money going? Do you trust Mikel Arteta to spend it all again? 35 million on Fabio Vieira. 2 years later, you loan him back for 1 million fee. I mean, come on, you just can't write this bollocks, man. It's just infuriating, isn't it? But I'm going to go down the chat because I've just realised I'm double waffling on, man. Mr. Robert TV, how you doing, brother? People give him a like and a sub, man. He's one of the good ones, mate. He's got a brain on him, not Top Gooner. Thankfully, how you doing, mate? Remember, Zerkfi was the next big thing. Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't get him, man. So glad we didn't get him when he was at Bayern and got bin to Bologna. Yeah, now he's at United. Yeah, and he's not doing anything, is he? Was it what they call him? Zerkamp. Fucking Zerkamp. Now, I have never, ever, ever heard more of a well, actually, I've heard someone compared Kai Havertz to Dennis Bergkamp, so I actually have heard a bit of a shit house on that name. But Dennis Zerkamp, I mean, come on, man, what are we doing here? What we absolutely doing here? Yeah, fry pan. Yeah, has anyone seen fry pan cooking? Well, he won't be cooking at the Emirates because he wants to fucking stay at Rosenborg. That's Arsenal's pool this window. We're getting no ones. And to be fair, he's actually on fire this season. He's only 18. I think he's got like 10 goals and like 7 assists or something like that. So he's doing well. And he's like, nah, do you know what? I think I'm gonna stay in Norway actually, Mikel. But cheers though, mate. It's madness, isn't it? Yeah, we rejected a guy. Yeah, Naipan. It sounds like constipation. Yeah, Naipan. Oh, I need some Naipan. What's that name? Rory talks fucking absolute nonsense. He probably needs a little bit of Naipan to get rid of his constipation. With his little blurted face, isn't it? Good morning, Dad. How you doing, man? Oi, my boy. Yeah, hello, Lee. How you doing, bruv? Wednesday, February, piss up commenting. Yeah, listen, man. Yeah, that's it. I've stayed alcohol free for the whole of January. And yeah, like I said at the beginning of the thing, I've lost a cheeky little stone. Look, even fucking jawlines are even in. What's going on, man? Yeah, man, whenever. Give me a shout, Lee. And we will crack open a whole lot of fucking Stella and whatnot. Yeah? A whole lot of garbage, brother. A whole lot of fucking shit. Lee Gunner delighted to sign Evan Ferguson on loan. Yeah. Mate, I bet you any money we'll probably end up getting someone like that, Aces, brother. It wouldn't surprise me, mate. Never told another no thanks. Yeah, listen, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, you've even got a geezer from Norway, an 18-year-old guy. Do you know what? Fuck that. Maybe it's a young players thing don't want to come as well. I don't know. Because you look it into consideration. Why all our young players that wanting to fuck off to Man United? I don't understand it. Like, you know, I don't know. Maybe we've just totally lost our transfer pool. When you look at it, when was the last decent player we signed? Rice. And the only reason we signed him was because we give him 250 grand a week and we give West Ham United 105 mil for him. So it's not as if, do you know what I mean? He was snapping at the chance to come to us, is it? You know what I mean? Like, madness, man. Sorry, I've scrimmed over your thing. Top Gooners think that a cement mixer is an Irish tumble dryer. Yeah, mate, listen, there's going to be no confusing these top gooners about any fucking normal sense, mate. They think fucking illogically and spastically, mate. They always will. Forest away, definitely a loss. Yeah, 100%. All right, that's such a tricky game, man. Did you see that yesterday, the 7-0? I was watching my boy play football. Big up BBC Sports, by the way. I was watching my little boy play football. And I was looking at my phone and I was seeing 1-0, 2-0. I thought, wow, 2-0, that's not bad. And then it's 3, then 4. Then 5, and I just put it back in my pockets. I thought, oh, that's done. I checked it after his game kicked, his final whistle went, and fucking Jesus Christ, 7-0. My boys were won, I think 12-6 and all yesterday. So getting young Nosey, good lad. Garassi about 60 million release class from Stuttgart at the start of the season. Yeah, but, mate, this is another great sort of point. You know what I mean? Is he the answer to our long-term striking? No, he isn't. But would he have improved his squad? Yes. Would we probably still be in the FA Cup with someone like up top? Yes. Would we be so behind against Newcastle? No. Would we have more points in the Premier League? Yes. And for 16 million, you think you sign him, you sign someone else you want this summer if you know you don't find your man after that. And then if Garassi wants to leave, you make a profit on the 16 million. It's not fucking hard. And it's not FIFA talk. There's plenty of teams that act like this in the transfer market. It's nothing new. But we just don't do that. We're just absolute useless, man. Dad, going to the charity shop tomorrow. I'll keep my eyes open for a bit of silverware for you. Ha ha, fucking ha, Dad. Yeah, always a comedian, mate. Always a comedian. But thank you. Frotetta signed Conference League players. Never mind Europa League or Champions League. Yeah, mate, this is the point that I'm making, Oasis, man. Like, we just have got Europa League players on Champions League wages and transfer fees. Come on, are Manchester City going to sign Mikel Merino? Of course they didn't. Of course they wouldn't. If Mikel Merino was still at Sociedad and they needed someone, which they do after the Rodri injury, do you think for 1 second that Man City, would be looking at a player like Mikel Merino, Submarino, Zerkamp and Zerbatov? Oh, yeah, it's fucking madness, isn't it? I've never done anything like it. What transfer pool do we have? Arteta, a.k.a. Edu's notepad in charge. Listen, man, we got none at the minute. This is what I'm saying, bruv, yeah? Like, we're in a terrible sort of like mess, really, when you sort of think about the players that we're signing in, because we're going to have to start balancing our books again, I reckon, yeah? And by that, I mean, I see you've just put in another thing as well. We now have Champions League, championship level players on USC money, yeah? Oi, mate, 100%. And this is what I'm saying, yeah? So we're going to have to balance some form of books again, because we've got massively overly stacked players again, almost like 5 years ago, on massive wages, and they're aging. Mikel Mourinho, he's on 150k a week. If he don't work or get any better at this season, which he probably won't, and he's got another 3 years left on his deal, 3 or 4, one of the two, who's going to sign the geezer? Who's actually going to take him off of us? This is a team that moves like an actual proper club. Manchester City signing Port over 60 million. They signed their Port midfielder. I can't think what it is, but there you go. Look what they've done. They've spent what, 120? Is that 60 million on top of the 120? So they spent about 150, 180 mil. Like, and what are we doing? We're fucking signing no one. It's a fucking shambles when you start thinking about it, innit, man? It gives me the ump, man. Next season is to sell, to buy in the summer transfer window, Poundland summer sales. It was that this season, mate. We made profit in this window. We did. We made profit this window. I don't know how much, but we definitely made profit. We had a good few, that Murray Hutchinson. I think we made about 8 little meals off and other little bits like Mika Biref, other smaller little deals. We all know the big signings, but we also made a few little quids here and there on these other deals. Like, we've got plenty of money. Why aren't we doing it? Also, in the last 2 years, we've had a new Adidas deal, a Fly Emirates deal. We've updated, the training ground. That's got a new deal. We've got all the old Europa League money. When the seasons we was in the Europa League and no Europe, that's off the books. The seasons that were in the Champions League are on the books. Visit Rwanda, that's all on there. We couldn't have any more money if we tried. We are in the most healthiest, stable financial place that we've been in ever, and we're fucking not signing no one. Well, don't worry. Once we get into the Champions League, we'll sign Champions League level players. Where the fuck are they? Where are they? Oh, they're not available in the transfer window, in the winter window. How are Man City fucking spending 180 million then? How are they doing it? How are they doing it with 115 charges, which I don't ever go in depth and talk about because I couldn't really give a toss, but you're seeing the point I'm making. Like, how are they doing it? How would Chelsea still do it? I know they're not hugely active this window, but why aren't we doing anything? Because we don't fucking want to spend it. That's why. We'll never, ever, ever get off of this stupid little perch of bridesmaid, and probably lower, unless we start spending and acting like a serious club. So that's what City are doing. They've gone, fuck me. They've had 6 shit months, in about 10 years. This is their 6 shit months in 10 years. And they're like, fuck me. We have dropped off, son. We need to get back going. And they're starting to spend the money already. And they'll do it in the summer window and all. Don't mark my word about it, mate. They will spend heavily in this summer. Why? Because they're like, oh, shit, well, we're not doing good this season. Well, we better be doing good next season. They're doing something about it. How do you do something about it? You spend that and sign the right players. But what do we do? It's fucking ridiculous, mate. City signed 4 or 5 players this window. Exactly right. 100% they're not getting charged. It's just a fine. It's just a fucking tickle on the feet, man. Do you know what I mean? J1 Johnson, big up, brother. Good to have you in here, mate. Thank God we are not Tottenham aces, bruv. Thank God for that. Top Gooners, said our team is ready for the time when City is a downfall. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Haha, where are we now, bruv? Now at least 6 points and not even 9 or 12. If they beat Everton after tonight, Liverpool. Yeah, mate, this is what I'm saying. We're 9 now. We're 12 off, mate. 100%. I'm sure it's the 12th, Robbo, yeah? I'm sure it's the 12th that they play Everton. And then we play on the 15th. I did make a little graphic, but I can't find it. I don't know what I've done with it. I'll get it. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll have a little find of it. I've got the next fixtures up there, obviously barring the ones that just gone. Share screen. Bear with us for 2 seconds. I'll have a little find of it. But yeah, mate, basically the point I'm trying to make is that by that game, we could be 12 points easily. We're like today, I don't think we're going to win the league anyway. So it almost seems like I'm talking for the sake of it. But you still don't want to go and get humbled by Manchester City, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Which could easily happen. They're in some good form, mate. They have absolutely picked up. All right, here we go. Let me just share it to the thing. Bear with us 2 more seconds. Share screen. Where are you, you little git? All right, let's get that one off. Get that one up. Oh, mate, you are taking my fucking piss in here, son. Here we go. Let's get this up here. 2 seconds. Here we go, yeah? Let's get that thing off. Yeah, this is the point that we're saying, yeah? So, obviously, Liverpool beat Bournemouth yesterday. What a win as well, by the way. What an absolute win for them. And you put that into perspective, they're one of them games in them two. I said this on my Monday night show. The Bournemouth and the Everton games, yeah. You're sitting there and you're thinking, wow, they can't get 3 points, at least out of both of them. They've already got 3 points. Bit of a dodgy penalty, but, they scored it and then Salah wraps it up. Because why? He's a world-class player and he's been doing it for fucking 10, however long, 8 years with Liverpool. He's been doing it season in, season out. That's the quality that they've got. Where's our player that doesn't even have that quality? Saka, and he's sat on the bench. But yeah, the point I'm going to say is, they've got here, look, Everton away Wednesday, February the 12th. And that will completely even it out. By then, we could be 12 just for then. Just by then, 12 points behind. And that's on February the 12th. Then you think Leicester away should win. Wolves away for them, probably should win. And then you've got West Ham at home for us. And then obviously you've got the tricky Manchester City away. But then we've got Forest away. They've got Newcastle at home. And then we've got Man United away. They've got Southampton at home. By the end of March, we could be fucking 15 odd points behind. That's the point I'm making. We could be well behind here. I mean, you look in focus of today's game, yeah? We have to, and I mean absolutely have to win today for a start, but set down a marker. I don't think we can just, do a Martinelli. Look, you'll take it because it's 3 points. But, a year ago, last season, when we got that deflected thing last minute and we scored and we won 1-0, we need to actually go there and fucking beat them today. Do you know what I mean? I don't just mean no silliness, where we get fluky or it's a lucky or it's a penalty. We need to put a marker down. If we're going to actually start some form of run going and put any form of pressure on Liverpool, it starts at today. What better opportunity is it than humbling, in Erling Haaland's words, humbling Pep Guardiola's side? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm sort of inclined to agree with you, Robbo, here, mate. It's quite tricky when you sort of think about it, and do you know what I mean? I think they'll do Everton away now. They needed, I reckon this Bournemouth result would have massively hindered the Everton result because then it put even more pressure. So if they'd have drew with Bournemouth, we beat City, I probably wouldn't have been surprised if they drew or even maybe lost away to Everton, that last Merseyside. But, obviously it hasn't gone that way, and Liverpool is showing why they are top of the league. And they bloody deserve to be. They've started off the season, didn't they? Probably, in 4th, 5th gear. They've never really hit 6th gear as in top level, but they've been starting in 4th or 5th, and now they've just put it in cruise control. They're just like that. There you go. Everyone else is fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool have been good enough to win the league this season, and they will. They will, and deservedly so. I'm not taking anything off of them. But fuck me, if Arsenal and Manchester City made it so easy for them. That we have made it so easy for them. They'll deserve it again. I don't want to be on the camera saying they don't deserve it or they've won it by default. They've got the points. They're playing well enough to win it, but we have made it double easy for them. It's disappointing, man. Dazza, big up. How you doing? The living legend Aaron, big up, brother. Excuse my tiredness, that little one. Yeah, on Friday I was helping Dazza move. It was a full day, wasn't it, Dale? A nice full day, 8:30 until about 6:30 or something like that. And we was fucking flying up and down the stairs. He moved house. So congratulations, Daz, brother. Hopefully you're all a little bit more settled in now. Big up, man. I was going to chat as well. We're saying, what we're saying, breaking news, Arsenal and direct talks of Tels, Camp, and Thierry Henry, Tels football. Yeah. Do you know what? Like I sort of said, though, the problem with it is probably is a good player, J1, yeah. But like this season, man, he's mainly come off the bench, to be fair, with Bayern Munich. You can't knock that. He hasn't started a lot because of the wingers that they've already got there. But when he's come on, mate, like he's had 13 appearances, maybe 14, maybe played over the weekend. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so if he's been linked with someone. I digress. He's made 13 appearances with no goals and 1 assist this season. Do you know what I mean? It's all right. If he was to come, you think, well, could he do something? He's not going to be any worse than fucking Raheem Sterling, is he? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, would you have him? Yeah, by default, but not because I think, fuck me, yeah, I want him. And I get what you're saying as well. It's just underneath that, mate. Good thing is, Tell is young, but I wouldn't be signing him on a permanent. A loan with an option, maybe, just in case he fucking does come and absolutely tear the place up. But I mean, we do need bodies, but again, I'm going to counter my own argument. Do we just want bodies? Have we waited 5 years for just bodies? It's a tricky one. We've left ourselves, Johnson, in such a bad state and left it so late with what, you know, you're talking, there's probably must be about 30 or so hours left in the transfer window. We've left it so late, you know, that we're sort of looking at these sort of players. And could this Tell be good in the future? Yeah, he might be an absolute well beaten now. He might come into Arsenal or wherever he goes and tear this place up. You just don't know. Obviously, it's another hindsight thing. But that alone, yeah, it'd be nice to get some bodies in, but it'd be a bit of a disappointment. Do you know what I mean? Not just down to the player, because, you know, you kind of expect more. He's hardly ripped it up when he's come on. He's probably not going to come on and start at Arsenal. So you think, well, what's he like off the bench, this Tell? And then you think, well, off the Bayern's bench, he's come on and he's got 1 assist and no goals in 13. Do you know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, it's sorry lads. At the end of the day, it's just one of them things, isn't it? I think only sort of time will tell. We'll sort of see with that. Top 4 is only for a technical objective. I know it's the Kroenke's only one, Aces, bruv. It's not just Mikel's, it's theirs. As soon as they get their money, they're good. But they don't want to reinvest it in the team. Why? Because we see it last summer. It's as simple as that. The proof's in the pudding, isn't it? It's not me just waffling on. The proof is absolutely in the pudding. Everyone has Henry as a hero. Yeah, mainly because he's an absolute legend. Every window is a reason why we are linked. Yeah. As soon as someone's there, like the Conga, I think, wasn't it? Do you remember that year? I think they was all like, oh yeah, Henry, I think, coached him when he was at Belgium. And I mean, that didn't work out very well either, did it? Terence, what we saying? Daz sent to me, Dad. Yeah, me and your son could have done with your tail lift techniques the other day. Yeah, blind leading the blind. Well, Dow, to be fair, we got it done without my old man's masterful techniques there on the old tail lift. When Mr. Terence Knowles in the chat, obviously my dad, when we was moving house for me, he found himself a lovely, wonderful, cushy position, just pressing the up and the down button on the tail lift. But to be fair, you know, it was some sort of help, I guess. Thanks, Dad. Always appreciate it. But we could have done with it, in fairness, Dal, couldn't we? But yeah, Kai, man, big up, brother. How you doing? Aaron, we were never signing Watkins. No. The biggest PR stunt I've seen this window. And there'll be more. Maybe not this window because there's only bloody day left. But there'll be more. We never signing Watkins. The club full on new Villa. We're never going to sell their most important player for 60 million quid. Absolutely no way. Especially as well. What's the Lighton doing? Especially as well after letting Duran go. I mean, that was a nail in the coffin. And they put the bid in. The news come out after. What's the fucking point? Like, what is the absolute point? We're putting that stupid PR tactics, mate. 100%. It's tiring. And the thing is the point that you're making, Kai, is we can see right through it. We're not stupid, man. Come on. Like, you know, they must just think like we are like Neanderthal moron football fans, like working class, whatever class we're from. We're total morons. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got a brain to think for ourselves. Come on, man. But to be fair, Kai, and this is the point I'm going to make, we've got 80% of the fucking Arsenal fan base are absolute fucking raging idiots. So they are catering to the majority, aren't they? Because the PR, they fucking gobble it up. Nom, 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 nom. And they are full. FC always. What we saying, bruv? Ted said Saka could be back next month. Oh, fuck off. This is the same guy that said that Odegaard, was it might make the Man City game when he got injured last time before? And there was pictures of his fucking ankle 180 degrees the other way. Oh, yeah, he might make the Saturday's game. What do you fucking mean? His foot's facing his fucking other way, mate. What are we talking about? Mate, absolute ridiculous. He's still on crutches. Exactly. Yeah, I would not place that Saka until he's done, mate. Yeah, absolutely. If we rush him back, we are absolutely fucked. That is one player we just need to let rest at all costs, mate. Isn't it? 100%. He's our only match winner. Yeah, it's facts. Yeah, give him a rest and proper recovery, mate. It's the only way forward, mate. I'm telling you. Liverpool win all those fixtures. That's the worrying thing, mate. The absolute worrying thing. We'll have to wrap up very soon. Sorry, people. Give a like and a sub if you can. I've just realised the time, and I do need to start making my way to the Emirates to be bored fucking senseless, unfortunately. I mean, hopefully we win, and I will be doing a live reaction after the game. Probably, what was it finished about 6:30? Maybe about 8 o'clock I might line something up and have a little chat about it. Hopefully it's not going to be too fucking bad, but I'm going to be bringing my Emirates Stadium survival kit, pillow, you know what I mean? Got to have your pillow, maybe a little sleep mask, see if I can get through the boring game. Maybe a little Travel Connect 4 or something like that. For me, this is a 6-pointer because if we Man City beat us, they'll be 3 points behind us, mate. This is what I'm saying. We've let them catch us up. In their worst season, they could be 3 points behind us. In their worst season, probably in a decade. That just goes to show, innit? There we go. Does, yeah, you're right. It's a technique if you can master. Yeah, the lazy lift, we'll call it for you, Tekka. If I called it, I would have been there. Yeah, he just likes moaning. Yeah, he gets that from his mum. Yeah, to be fair, I think I do. Yeah, Bav's probably upset by Rashford's gone to Villa. I bet he's crying his little eyes out. And he, mate, maybe I'm wrong, but Arteta hasn't signed a single French player while he's been here. Yeah, I mean, while I go down, I'll have a little think because obviously he didn't sign Saliba. If anyone sort of was thinking about that, yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. We've completely switched around there, haven't we, bruv? Tells the answer for me. Listen, man. I mean, he's probably, let's talk in the last, say, we've got 30 hours left of the transfer window or whatever. Maybe a little bit more, 30, 35. Maybe that Tell's probably going to be one of the only realistic players we're going to get in. So I'm with you on that, J1. Like, I do sort of get you. And, you know, we've still got players out there that have got the, like the Gyökeres's still got the transfer release clauses. But if you're not going to pay it in the 1st of January, you're not going to pay it on the 3rd of Feb, are you? Do you know what I mean? They're just not going to do it. So I do get you. It realistically probably is one of the only realistic players that we're going to get in. So I get it. I think we'll sign Isaac in summer, temporary player. Yeah. Look, listen, I do totally get where you're going from, but from my point of view as well, it's just frustrating that we've allowed ourselves to get to the point where we're trying to sign players like him on the 2nd and the 3rd of February. Do you know what I mean? We should have had this. I wouldn't have minded Tell. Let me go from this angle as well for you, J1. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded a player like a Tell come in if we'd have already got in a Gyökeres, you know, and a winger, you know, an established sort of winger who I don't know. Let's just say, for argument's sake, we had a bit of ambition. Kvaratskhelia, I know that got done very, very early, but why didn't we throw our name in the hat? Why? You know, and then if we get a Gyökeres and then another player, and then we get someone like a Matthias Tell, as you know, that third sort of little bit of a player, I'm thinking, yeah, I totally understand it. But it's almost like the Raheem sort of Sterling sort of bit, isn't it? You think, do you know what? If you sign an attacker and a winger, say in the summer, our transfer targets were like a Gyökeres and a Williams at the time, and then you think you get a Sterling in without hindsight, you think, all right, yeah, I sort of get that because it's the numbers, but he was our only attacker, and then you're thinking, yeah, that's pretty shit. And that's sort of what it's like with the Tell thing. For me personally, because we haven't got other players in, you know, more established players that I thought we'd have got in, it kind of just makes that transfer sort of seem a little bit more meh. Do you know what I mean? But listen, if he comes, obviously, you hope he does well, but I just want you to sort of see my trail of thinking. I understand yours, and I do get it as well, mate. It's correct about it. I'm not signing a French player. Yeah, I was sitting there racking my nut, and I couldn't really think of one, mate. So I'm reluctant to believe in Tell. Yeah, remember 8 million bid for Lamar back in the day. I do remember that. That was when the Alexis Sanchez to Manchester City bid, wasn't it? That was the last day. Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, we need Saka for when we get tough teams in the quarters and semis. I don't think he's going to be back for that, mate. I really don't. I'm not going to lie, bud. Like, mate, maybe the semis, depending on if he heals well. I personally sort of wouldn't play him, but I mean, we probably won't get to the semis anyway. But I see the point what you're saying. Yes, it's a tricky one. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose today. What do you reckon in the chat, score wise? I'm gonna go for a 1-1. Not a very entertaining one. I just can't see Arsenal winning this game. I really can't. It's very, very, very frustrating because we should be going to these games, especially looking at Man City, with our chest out and going, fucking come on, we are going to destroy these today. That's what I want to feel today. You know, I'm going to be making my way to the stadium, give or take in, you know, about half hour or so. I should be going there with absolute chest thinking, fucking come on, man, Arsenal be Manchester City. And they've just taken it out of me, this team. Mikel Arteta, it has, boys. And any girls, I very much doubt. It's taking it totally out of me. It's a shame that we've got to go to the stadium like this. There's £100 ticket. You know, if you sell it, you know, on the dodgy, you know, you're getting a bit more than that. But, you know, I just sit there and I just think, you know, I wish I was just a little bit more up for it. Sorry, just as my missus having a little whinge. It's what they do, isn't it? Yeah, did you see Julian say we don't need a striker? No, I didn't. I hadn't seen any of them, mate. Like I said, I very, very, very rarely watch FTV, the Copium, Gyökeres and Deadline Day, like we did with Party. Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, I know. That would go down quite all right, to be fair. I'll take it. But then you'd always get the annoyance of why didn't you just do it 33 days ago? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Julian works for us. So I think all of them are in their books now, if I'm being totally honest with you. Do you bump into Julian at games? I know you're good friends with him. No, and I have seen a couple of them. Sometimes I see, like I say, I don't say hello, but I don't say hello to people like that anyway. I'm not a little beg friend geezer that goes up to them and goes hi because they've got a little fan name. I've seen all of the ones on AFTV. I just have never said hello for them, not because I don't want to, just like because I don't like them, because I've just like I'm not really that sort of geezer. I do I've gone round and said hello to Kenny a few times, well, once or twice, I think, in the stadiums, and Potsy, depending on what time I get there today. I'll pop round, I'll pop down, because they're not too far away from me in the North Bank, Potsy. Might pop down and say hello. But yeah, sometimes I see the other boys walking in the streets, but I'm not really one of them people. Not for me. I take previous opportunities in the market and taking advantage. Yeah, maximise every windows, Robbo. What's going on, man? Lies, yeah, mate. Mate, what happened to maximising every window? When was the last? Can I just ask an open question? When was the last maximised window? Have we ever had a maximised window? I like the sound of tail. Tail's a good name, yeah. I bet he will know how to use a tail lift. Tail lift tilt. 1-1 for me as well. Yeah, mate, Kai. Yeah, 100%, brother. I'm totally with you. It's rare fit. I'm not 100% sure, man, but it's a massive point. It's a massive point. I bloody hope he is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it massively hinges our results today, because if he's not injured and commanding that sort of box, he's not the best keeper in the world. But when you've got Norbert Neto as your backup, I mean, it's like losing Saka and putting Sterling there, isn't it? You know, it's just an absolute nightmare. Don't forget to sing North London Forever, you cheeky bastard. Yeah, I shan't be singing that, man. Yeah, 100%. You will not catch me singing that. I can promise you that, Kai, young squire. We'll win today. Lux, I like the what do you call it? The optimism. And I hope you're right, man. Aaron, yeah, you should go on AFTV since you go to the games. Yeah, it's just not for me though. Do you know what? I'd rather share my opinion with people, you know what I mean, that aren't, you know, a bit loose up top in there. And then you see like the likes of Yardman go on there and they say their things, and all they get is everyone booing and swearing and things like that. I have enough of that in the stadium when I boo things. I'll get pelters from people behind, not physically, but like a couple of times when I booed off Sterling was the last time. And, you know, you got people calling me see you next Tuesday and how can you do that? Like, it's just, I think I'd rather just swerve it. Do you know what I mean? No one really needs or cares what I've got to say. And that's anyway, because I'm not with that establishment. Do you know what I mean? And he is a bit special needs. The Uncle Fester, the child molester. What was that? 3-1 Man City. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised, Dad. I'm going to wrap this up very, very, very shortly now, because I do need to go. I'm going to I'll read out a couple of yours, Mr. Kai, because you're absolutely hammering me with a few of them, and I'll get through them for you, bud. Please don't tell me you sing North London Forever. Absolutely not. No, I am not a raging spastic. Do you guys buy things after the games? No, I'm not raging spastic. Aaron, do you find the food at the Emirates too expensive? Yes, and I don't buy it because I'm not a raging spastic. Yes, but call Don Robbie, Aaron. No, he's a spastic. Your man gets bullied by people on the TV, and that's exactly why I don't go, mate. Do you know? I wouldn't go on that. It's just the pointless. And yeah, Dad's saying to Kai, my son takes a sandwich box with him. He's got brains. Yeah, funny cunt. But yeah, man, Kai. No, in all seriousness, man, like when I go there, maybe I have like 1 or 2 beers every now and then. I'm in sort of like I've got quite a few people around me that are liking a season ticket, and sometimes there's a beer there for me. When I go to the stadium, so then you've got to buy them back and around. You know how a round is. I'm not going to explain what that's like. So unfortunately, the only real thing I do buy at the Arsenal would be the occasional £7 fucking watered down piece of shit Camden Hells. And honestly, Kai, it's atrocious. What I'll try and do, Kai, yeah, is if I can remember, when I'm in there, I'll try and take a photo of that price list for the fucking, what do you call it? For all the food in that right near me. I mean, there's loads of different various bits in there, but I'll try and take a photo. You get abuse at games when I'm vocal 100%, and it's not against the grain. When I boo someone off, like I said, like a Sterling or boo at the end of a crap result. Not all the time, but I do get people, you know, giving it to Barry McGuigan. Robbo, 100% Aaron goes in the armory before the game. Yeah, I'm one of them people with the see-through bag with about 400 quid's worth of clubber in there. Yeah, no, obviously not. Now I don't do that. But now, thanks for having a little watch. I will be back on after I get out the Emirates, I'm going to go to the Armory. I'm going to buy 500 quid's worth of absolute shit. I'm going to win the dog merch for my little dog. Yeah, look, the Kai's right on the point as well. Yeah, he bought with the dog toy. So I'm gonna, when I get out of the Emirates, after I've filled my stomach up with £50 worth of food and 100 quid's worth of beer, I'm gonna quickly nip to the Armory, buy a load of shit, buy a load of win the merch dogs, and I will be back on here maybe about 8ish, half 8ish, after spending 400, 500 quid at the Emirates, and I will be on live. But until then, gentlemen, have a good one. Fingers crossed we have a good little win today. But I mean, let's not hold our breath. Yeah, well, yeah. Listen, yeah. NPC jacket. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to be coming in like that with my NPC jacket on, giving it the Barry, mate. Double hard, my little NPC worker jacket. Yeah, and delivery driving. Listen, mate, it's one of my other side businesses. You know, Arsenal's little driving bitch. But now, all jokes aside, yeah, I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. To be fair. But no, I don't mind having a little bit of stick. You got to get it. You know what I mean? But boys, have a good one, and I will catch you a little bit.